Simpcraft's world border is now extending to 400,000 blocks as we speak. And with the border expanding a little each day, what does this mean for the future of Simpcraft.com? And what are the players doing right now to prepare? And while this video might seem pretty obvious on what's going on, there's more behind the scenes that you probably don't know of, so let's get started. So like I stated in the beginning of the video, that the world border is extending right now as we speak. But what does that mean? Well, after the players started to beg the admins that a new world border needed to happen, finally, one day one of the admins of the server, Bramsey, logged into the server a few days ago and extended the world border. But rather than it extending to 400k at one time, the border will slowly move to 400k over the span of 2 weeks. Which is something they did for the previous border to 100,000 blocks to 125,000 blocks. And fun fact, originally instead of the 400k border, it was originally going to extend to 200,000 blocks. And Pluto, the owner of the server, wanted to send it and said, let's do 400,000 blocks. But what exactly does the world border extending mean? Well, the first thing most players are most likely going to do is move their stashes, including me. So stashes will most likely be harder to find, as there's going to be a lot more new chunks to hide stashes in. Also, since the world border is extending, most players probably aren't going to be near spawn anymore, as they will most likely be building bases and starting projects outside of spawn. And one group on the server is aware of this. So a group known as the Scavengers wanted to do a spawn project before most of their team goes off to build bases and explore the newer chunks. So they wanted to build a sky art of their group logo in the middle of spawn, and it would require just under 90,000 obsidian blocks, and the project would start right after a schematic was made, and it would only take the group 2 days to finish the project. The Scavengers also have one of the most famous trading shops on the server, which you can join in the description down below. Another thing players are doing to prepare is extending the highways, and most of the highways now actually go to the nether world border, which is 75,000 blocks, and I myself recently brought the northern highway to the world border a few days ago. So now it will be easier for players to travel and start bases of their own. But a question some of you might have is why only extend the border to 400,000 blocks, since almost all the players wanted the border to extend to 1 million blocks. Well, there is a reason to why the admins did this. In order for a 1 million border to happen, the server would have to switch machines and it would require new hardware in order to run a 1 million border smoothly, which is why 400k was the best they could do. But a question that is raised now is, does that mean Simpcraft's border will forever stay at 400,000 blocks? Well, I would say for quite a while yes, but it's not impossible for a 1 million border to happen in the future. But that is everything we publicly know about what the players are doing to prepare and what they're doing right now. But who knows, there are still other groups on the server that remains a secret of what they're planning for the future. But now that the world border is extended, it will open a whole nother door for content and projects, so who knows what's to come. But anyway, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your day.